Hello and welcome to a Sunday Reflection. My name is Paul Harvey and this is Life, Passion and Business. We're about helping you explore, finding your passion for life and the work that you do. But it's so much more than that. It's about finding clues to the big life questions. What does it mean to be successful? What is the meaning of life? If you're looking for more, then join me on this journey where together we will discover through interviews, tools and tips how to live life full of meaning, passion and purpose. And it's a Sunday reflection and it's, what time is it? 1 o'clock, just gone 1. So one of my things this year was my Christmas reading, and I always get books for Christmas. I either buy them myself or they get bought for me. I often buy business books and digest them over the Christmas season. And this year was different in terms of I got books bought for me. I had quite a lot of books on Kindle anyway, which I'm working my way through. So I didn't need to buy anything particularly. But this was bought for me Christmas, which was Designing Regenerative Cultures by Daniel Christian Wall. And it's about the transformation of society. It's about that shift that society needs to undergo in order to make it something more equitable or something which is more sustainable. And it certainly fits in with a lot of my thinking and my kind of thoughts as to how life has to go. And I think if you were on my, if you listened to my Sunday of thinking last week, it is very much about this idea that humanity needs to come up with a cause that we can all get behind. But this book is fascinating. There's some great stuff in it. I'm just on the first chapter at the moment. I'm reading only the last few days. But this was one that really resonated with me because of the event that we did in November, spirituality. It really does resonate in terms of that. I think we weren't the first to go there. I think that's what I'm getting at, really. I mean, so this is a piece by a guy called David Orr, and it's a personal comment from 2006. And he says, humans are inevitably spiritual, and the question is not whether we are, but whether we are authentically spiritual or not. It bubbles out of us. We are meaning-seeking creatures. And if the highest meaning in my life is soccer, I will make soccer my religion and I will orientate my life in soccer. I will give my life and meaning and gravity in that direction. It just happens to be a bad religion. I could make environmentalism a religion. That happens to be a bad religion too. We can't help but make things into a belief system, and then you can argue why this is for us. It goes back to the early days of cave paintings. And it does. This whole idea, we turn things into belief systems. Business has become a belief system. The economy has become a belief system. And they get fought and held on to like a religion, like a belief system. And it's absolutely fascinating to read this book and like, of course, yes. Now, the one thing this book points out or moves towards is this idea that we have to come up with a unified purpose. We have to come up with something that is more sustainable for the planet, for the people, and for the systems that we're living in. But it goes a stage further. It's like, we talk about saving the earth. Actual fact, we're not talking about saving the earth at all. The earth will be fine. Once we're gone, it will shake off us, as has been said, it will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. Once we're gone, yes, there'll be a lot of damage, but the earth will recover. The bigger question is, are we worth saving? What is the value of humanity? What do we bring to the table that means we're worth saving? And, in some ways, that's the new question that I think needs to come into the podcast. Because I ask people at the end of the show, what's the meaning of life for you? And while that is important, because as this guy was pointing out, we are all seeking meaning. It's a normal factor. We do seek meaning, it's what we do. But the question is deeper, isn't it, really? The question is, okay, meaning is one thing, but what is it that we as a race, as humanity, as a collective, what are we here for? What is the purpose of the human race? And is it worth saving? And so somehow I'm going to start bringing that question into the podcast, because I think, what is the purpose of it? I started this podcast with finding a search and meaning for life for myself. But it's bigger than that. I think we've all got to find meaning for why we're doing all of this. And if this question could get out into the world, if we could start asking the purpose of what is the purpose of humanity, what is humanity seeking to do, and we could actually challenge our politicians to do the same, to actually think about their decisions with relative to the fact of what we're here for, we may get better decisions. We may get a better way of moving forward. That is it today, really. That's my thinking around this. Is like, what is it? What do you think? What are we here for? What do you think is the value of humanity? Because it can't just be to make money. It can't just be to build bigger houses. It has to be something, dare I say, bigger than that. It has to be something to do with stewardship. I mean, this book talks about stewardship a lot, and about the idea that it has to be for each other and for the greater good. Wouldn't it be wonderful if every business had in it, if every large company had in it, well, what we do is for the greater good? Wouldn't that be amazing? I wonder what the greater good is. So that's my Sunday reflection today. And that's where I'm at. This new question will start appearing in the podcast from this week, and I'm really looking forward to some of the answers I get, because I really want to understand. I'm really looking forward to what people think is the greater good of humanity. What is it that humanity is here to do and achieve? Because unless we can all find something that we can all stand behind, if the whole of humanity stood behind one thing, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be just? I'm almost speechless to what that opportunity would lend itself to. So that is my Sunday reflection today, and I'm now going to go for a run. So thank you for listening, and I will catch up with you next time, probably Wednesday. All the best. Speak to you soon.